Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12th man, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. And the Gators will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Aggies offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, being a business.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Gators are on the move. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Trying to get to him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 2nd down coming up. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously, you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! On to attempt the try.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The last time we saw... We had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those...
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
From the gun, running back on the move. Slam to the ground. He gets the first down.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Green. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Texas A&M will snap it in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on third. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It is perfect. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new Top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that penalty, now they're set up inside the red zone on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. He's got it on the run. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop. Nice job on the defensive line. You get off the football, don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They're come flying in there, making the stop. A nice stop by this team.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he could not get loose on the run.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Getting some heat. Coming after him. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early in this one. They just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. And think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays. And this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
What a nice touchdown run, and this is the team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell the defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Lagway.
It's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I tell you what, the quarterback's got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time.
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Gators!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but...
And he's running in the open. The 30. He's at the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard.
He uncorks one deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabs behind the line. It's Hawkins. Touchdown, Florida! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much...
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Line gets set. First down. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Scanning the field, it's Lagway. Makes his connection. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Bringing the heat. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Wide out in motion. Going up top on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 1st down to start the drive after the bridge. He's looking to throw it. Can't hang on across the middle on 1st down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Got it in the middle. It's Strickland. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He wants to throw it again. That's caught. It's Keys. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. After the misconnection, it's second down. To throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go back to the ground. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie!
I love running backs that have a nose for goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tulane. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Snags it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Touchdown, Aggie. And here they come. Almost all the way back. Late in the game, and the confidence is building. If only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Okay, Jesse, this is a little little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Still running at the 40. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball still.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And it'll be down right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
It's 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his man. It's Keys. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. 4th down, gotta have it here. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the...
First and 10.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene.